Hey there, I'm Ranger James Frank, the founding director of Lore of the Wild, and I'd like to share a couple things from the perspective of a parent myself about why I started the program and what you can expect. Um, First of all, 20 years into a career in running nature centers, both here in Baltimore for Baltimore County and also out in California for a large municipal park system on the San Francisco Bay. I've had a lot of experiences with building these programs and running them, managing them, hiring staff, um, making connections with the public and all the folks that I've worked with over the years, thousands of people. Um, but I want to share essentially the story of my kid's first time at a nature camp, which was out in California in the park where I ran a nature center on the San Francisco Bay. And I tell this story frequently. Essentially, my wife and I, our children were 3 and 4. She was ready to go back to work, and we were kind of trepidatious about what to do for the summer. And we found that there was this program that just started up in the park that I was running, the Nature Center. And that program was available to us from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. With aftercare and before care. And we signed up for it, but we were trepidatious. We were kind of worried about our 3 and 4 year olds who at the time hadn't really spent that much time outside. They spent plenty of time outside, but not 10 hours a day straight. And it was an unstructured nature camp, similar to what we do here. And those children, when we got out there on our first day at 6 o'clock, I had to hold my wife back and say, "Hey, let's get our money's worth. Let's stay for the full day." Um, we got there at 6 o'clock, and the counselor was sitting there under a tree, and our kids were nowhere in sight. We didn't know where they were. Well, we asked, of course, and he just goes like this. And up above his head, about realistically, it was probably more like 10 feet, but it felt like 20 feet. It was very high for us. Um, our children were laughing hysterical, and they were so tickled pink that they had hidden from us, our 2 boys. And when we finally convinced them a half an hour later to come down out of the tree, they were just so happy. We went home and washed them off with the hose, gave them each a bath, scrubbed the bathtub because it was filthy, and then they gobbled down 3 plates of spaghetti each and promptly fell asleep after just one page of their favorite book on the couch at 7:30 at night. And this was after essentially being in Montessori school where they had snacks and time to take naps all day long, and they would come home not hungry, not tired. They'd stay up and they wouldn't eat their dinner. So 3 whole plates of spaghetti was a huge thing, and they'd also eaten twice as much as they usually got for their lunches. So we were excited about that, and then we didn't find out how excited we were until the next morning when at 7:30 in the morning, half an hour before we even had to leave, they were already at the door with all of their things packed, ready to go, and super excited to have another exciting day of adventures that they were going to make up themselves and all these things they were going to do with their new friends. It was a summer that we will never forget. It was an amazing summer. They went straight through for the full summer, and they just still to this day, they have friends from that camp that they still are in touch with. And that was in California. We're talking people that we met years ago. So I like to share that story as an example of how amazing this program is. It's based on the European Forest School model, which is essentially free play in the woods, letting children come up with their own activities. There are no activities. We don't tell the kids what to do, which means that they get to be creative and they get to do the things that come into mind as they come up with them. And so no 2 days are ever the same, no 2 weeks are ever the same, no 2 summers are ever the same. Kids come back year after year and they love it. So if you don't believe me, check out the Google reviews. They speak volumes. Feel free to contact me, reach out directly. I'm happy to share some contacts of parents who've done the program with us before. Everything is on the up and up. We are 100% certified by the state of Maryland. The program is really special, really unique. You won't find another one like it. 20 years of experience in this sort of work has led me into seeing the good, bad, and the ugly, and I think that this program is the best possible thing that I could have built with my career. So I hope you'll join us. Feel free to reach out anytime. You can just call me at my number. I'm always available. Happy to answer questions. Happy to refer you to folks who can answer questions as well. And hope you'll join our camp family. Thanks so much.